Hey guys, Jeff Ryan here. I hope everybody had a good New Year. It is New Year's Day right now. A lot of you know that I get up around 2:30 in the morning. The fireworks that were going off last night got me up right around midnight, so I've been up since then. I figured, what the heck, I'm just going to stay up, so it didn't really bother me. The dogs did fine. The dogs did great. The dogs did real good. Sometimes, like the fireworks in past years, they get a little edgy or jumpy. I don't know if they're getting used to it or know what's going on, but they did real good. Let me clean my bench up, get rid of some of the stuff here that we did in the last video, and then we will dive into the T-Bird. I'm excited, guys. All right, got my bench clean. To start off, those of you who know me, I'm not going to keep the box. Okay, just first and foremost, yeah, it is. It's a T-Bird box and all that. Looks like it's got the original card and foam in there, and it does have the Model Motoring logo on the top of it there. The box is not perfect. I don't know what this is. I'm assuming it might be like a little bit of glue or something. I don't know what that is. So if somebody wants to have that, and let me know. I'll make sure to get it to you. So let's just look at the T-Bird. My God, my wife did good. This is just remarkable, absolutely remarkable. I love it. I love it. And you can tell by the oxidation on the screws, they haven't been touched for quite a while. Now here's one thing. We're going to get into the chassis here in just a second, but you see how I literally have to spin the back tires? They don't freely roll. That tells me, without even taking this apart, that the reed mechanism, the reed part of it, is hitting on that barrel probably a little bit harder than I would like. Let's go ahead and put it on the track. I remember touching it to the transformer. Yeah, it works, but the old tires. And listen to it. Let's see if I can get it to go a little bit longer. Just listen to it. You can hear the reed mechanism not only just making the sound that it does, but it's hitting the inside of the body. It's got like a plastic sound to it. We will definitely address that as well. All right, let's get into it. Just started taking the body off the chassis. And just one quick note, it's not that I don't like the boxes. I do. I think the boxes are wonderful. I just don't want to have my slot car in there, have to pull it out, fiddle with it, putting it back in. That's why I have the open cases. I can just open a case and I got the slot cars at my fingertips there. Okay guys, what are we looking at? Looks like the screw posts are in good tact. Man, I don't even think this thing needs a bath. It just looks really good. The thing I want to get to is, I was talking about it just a bit ago, but you hear that ticking? That's because the hammer part of the reed mechanism is hitting that back gear like that. There's a couple ways to hop these up. We're going to go over those. Remember I was talking about the particular sound when you can hear the reed mechanism, and often it would hit the inside of the body there. Listen to the difference. Let's see if I can get it on the transformer here. You don't hear it hitting anything. Now I tell you what, just listening to that, the axles are dry. That back axle anyway, I don't know about the front one, but the back axle is definitely dry. We're going to have to oil that. What I want to do is I want to pry the reed mechanism up a little bit, and that'll give more of a free rolling back axle. But then when you do, you often have to adjust that little hammer part as well. All right, now straight away, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bend this reed mechanism, just flex it up a little bit, I'm not trying to, do the whole thing, just trying to do it a little bit. And I'm seeing if it's going to hit those back, or that back drum gear. Yeah, now it's rolling freely. It's not even hitting it. So this is where I'm going to take the reed mechanism off and adjust the hammer part of that down towards the gear just a little bit. Okay, I took the reed mechanism plate off, and just very lightly, very gently, I just pushed on this a little bit. I'm going to reset it there and see if it hits the back axle the way I want. But in the meantime, what I'm going to do is we're going to oil the front axle, back axle. I'm going to clean this stuff up with the wire Dremel just to see if we can make better contacts. And what I'll do is I'll do the same thing to the bottom plate here. Okay, I just took the wire Dremel. I've got the bottom plate. I got the chassis clean. I oiled up the axles there. Should be good to go. There is a word of caution about the push rod here. When you take either the top plate off, or I'm sorry, the reed mechanism, or the bottom plate here, the push rod, it's going to fall out. Okay, it's going to fall out. So be mindful of that. What's funny is if you don't have one, go grab a piece of spaghetti. I'm told that works quite well. Haven't used it myself, but I've been told that works quite well. Okay, good. Let me go ahead and do some reassembly. Okay, good. I got it oiled up, and I don't hear, when I spin my finger there, I don't hear that the reed mechanism is hitting that drum gear. Let's see what it sounds like here now. Hopefully the transformer's on. Yeah, there you go. Okay, now, I just heard it. Back tires are still spinning. So that's going to give it more rolling ability. And all we did is we bent the reed mechanism up and then the hammer part back a little bit. Now, that's telling me we need new tires. We need new tires on the back. Let me go in and address that real quick. Got the new tires on the back. I left the front ones original. Let's see what we get here. Now you see how that just takes right off? It takes off like it's a T-jet chassis with it. And it rolls too. When that reed, see there? When that reed mechanism is hitting that back drum so hard, it doesn't allow it to roll, it kind of stops. Now you can drift around the corners and stuff. You know? Digging it. Totally digging it. Now, I raised the tail of it up just a little bit. So, hey Jeff, isn't that going to hit the bottom of this even harder? Yeah, it is. You see the two tiny little washers? You put those on the back screw post, and I'll do that here in just a second, which will raise the body up just a little bit. It won't give it a bad look, and it'll allow that reed mechanism to still be bent, and the chassis should roll quite well. All right, you see where I got the washers? They're on top of the screw post, and I got the chassis in, and then the screws holding everything together. That raises it up just enough to where the reed mechanism can still do its thing, and it should roll properly. Let's see what we get. Because I just hate it when they stop, you know what? Look at that. And it takes right off. It just takes right off. This thing is going like a T-jet chassis with it. I'm having a hard time keeping up with my camera. So these hop-up tips for the vibrator here, I'm passing them on, but they're not for me. They're for my buddy Mark up in Pennsylvania, if I'm not mistaken. When I discovered what he could do with a vibrator chassis, it wanted me to start collecting them again. The guy was phenomenal as far as the reed mechanism, all that stuff. So I'm passing it on to you, but my buddy Mark, he's the one responsible for giving me the tips. All right, guys, just a sec. I know I've said it before, but in between takes, I'm usually having fun with the slot cars here, and I just love the Mustangs. I don't know if it's the body style or if it's the year I was born, month I was born, but I truly love the Mustangs. Guys, I hope you had a good time with the restoration. Not so much for the body. The body looks great. It was just getting that chassis to run, I don't want to say properly, but to run the way I want it. I want it to roll. I want it to coast. I want it to have good speed to it. So that's why I do those things to the chassis. And again, my buddy Mark, he deserves the credit. Absolutely outstanding figuring that out. And then, you know, he did a video, I'll attach it. He did a video and he talks you through each step. He just really does good. And a reminder, the game is still on, guys. I've had a couple of very close guesses, but if you can tell me what in my collection has a broken trunk from side to side, you win it free. If not, I don't know, probably eBay or something like that. But I've got one car here, and it looks good. But the trunk completely from side to side, the there's a crack, there's a break in it. So what did I say? Saturday night, midnight, the game's over. And if you can give me a guess as to which one it is, and just don't say that. Give me the color, okay? Give me the color, that kind of stuff. All right, guys, had fun. See ya.